see me, but can you hear me? What's good, man? Just getting off of work. Hit the like button. Smoking on something. I'm violating. uh, Edwin. Edwin de los Santos. From his last performance against the competition he was fighting, great. Even though he got dropped, that's his DNA. If he finds somebody that he can get in the ring with, that's willing to exchange, Edwin de los Santos will. Let me turn this camera around so y'all can get a little light. Edwin de los Santos will give you some fireworks. But is he a good boxer? Because I'm gonna get straight to it without all the theatrics. Hold on, folks. The reason I asked that is because we had a big excuse show not too long ago, and we had a big excuse show, and I let all the excuses go. Every excuse that that boxers make, and in life, I let it be known that you can make the excuse. But if you make the excuses, you have to let everything else play out the way it's supposed to play out, right? So the excuse for Shakur Stevenson's lackluster performance I gave him was the fear of losing. And I also gave him his injuries. So if he had one arm and he kept knockout artists off of him, you have to commend that. But you also have to look at the flip side. Why you couldn't cut the ring off? Santos really a good boxer. You have to ask yourself that, because if a man with a hurt shoulder, if you're gonna accept the excuse that he was injured, because we accept who we want to accept injuries from. But if you want to accept that injury, okay, cool. They say he had two. He had a shoulder injury and a hand injury on his left hand, his power hand. The ones that you want to see the exciting knockouts from in the stoppages, he couldn't use that hand. So we gonna say that's true. Yes, he was hurt, just like, a lot of boxers are hurt when they fight. Some people pain thresholds are higher, some are lower. But what we can't do is compare Pitbull Cruz to a De Los Santos, because I want to see that fight. If we can't get a rematch with Shakur Stevenson, yeah, I want to see a Pitbull Cruz and De Los Santos fight. Because a lot of people go to, oh, well, Tank hurt his hand and, he was still fighting to the end. I just can't put Pitbull Cruz on anybody's level, nowhere near De Los Santos, nowhere near a Shakur Stevens. Pitbull Cruz only throws hooks. Very easy to game plan for, and a slick boxer like Gervonta Davis, Edwin de los Santos, and Shakur Stevenson will destroy him with two hands. Not one hand, two hands. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's what you gotta ask yourself, and wonder how, if we take excuses in and you say it's true that his hand and his shoulder was hurting, just like you had to take Gamboa to his word when he said he tore his Achilles in the Tank fight. Don't get me wrong now. I wanted Shakur to do more too, but you have to assess the danger and approach it accordingly in any fight, especially if you have a fear of losing. So we established that's Shakur's flaw. Fear of losing. He won't engage if he feels your power is too much for him to engage with, because he has just enough skill to not have to hit you, but still can hit you just enough to beat you. Obviously. That's a hell of a skill. It's hard to beat a motherfucker with just your jab. And especially you fighting a slick boxer. That's a knockout artist. It's very hard to beat a man with your jab, and both of you are southpaws. And the guy that you are facing is a slick boxer with speed. It's very hard to beat a man with one hand, period, no matter who you're fighting, especially if you are a professional boxer. Now, if you do that, you have to give this man his status as elite. You gave Tank his status as elite. There's other fighters before him. There'll be more after, because injuries happen. It was the name of the man that dislocated his shoulder in the fight and still won by a knockout. You got gladiators in there, warriors. Then you got the slick black boxers. Not too much on taking punishment. Not too much on the tough side. Because if you hit these guys, you can hurt them. So they know this. So they refuse to let you hit them, right? Right. Just wanted to say that, because we hyping Edwin up, right? And I say Edwin get in there with Tank. Tank gonna knock him out. And then what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna be like, see, Tank, that shit don't work. That nigga Edwin ain't shit. Then they gonna say he ain't shit. Then they gonna try to make fun of Shakur. And then they gonna have even more reason why we should not see a Tank and Shakur fight. I told y'all, I say y'all was waiting on that. Y'all was waiting on a bad performance, because that's what lurkers do. I like when big YouTube channels say, yeah, y'all lurking in the chat. I mean, that's what you want. You want motherfuckers to listen to your content, whether they hit the like button or not. You want them to hit the like button. But how can you offend a man that don't want it? Like, certain channels, I hit the like button off rip, right? But if I constantly hear you talking about some, man, hit the motherfucking like button, man. I got what's the name in the chat, and y'all ain't motherfucking. A nigga get tired of that shit because I'm a G. And I don't want no nigga talking to me like that. I might have forgot to hit the like button, but I hear that shit and I feel like you talking to me. So I'm like, fuck you, nigga, I'm finna lurk. Now I say something good and I might hit the like button then. But then, sometimes you go off into a tirade and you just go on, just hit the like button off GP. But I can't do that for a channel that won't let me express a difference of opinion without trying to block me. You wonder why I don't disagree with a lot of boxing channels? When I go into their chat, I try to respect their chat. Because I don't know them. I don't know how these men are in real life. I just met you on the YouTube channel. I don't know if you are a good person or a bad person. You just portraying an image on the YouTube channel. I don't know your track record. I don't care about it. You just a nigga on the YouTube channel that has power and a lot of followers. You're successful, something that people want to be and strive to be. I reached out to a couple of big YouTube channels, you know, when I got out of prison, and I was like, yo, help me out. Give me some tips on how to grow my channel. I'm being shadow banned because I talk too real. Them type of niggas, they are allergic to me. Cause they don't believe in the truth. Because when somebody tells the truth on their channel, or their own truth, like a lot of times these big YouTube channels tell their own truth, right? And expect their followers to fall in line with what they say. But man, just because I believe in some of the things that you say, that don't mean I have to believe in everything you say. Now I hate motherfuckers that always agree with me. Because now I feel like you have an ulterior motive. Why are you agreeing with every fucking thing I say? And why when I disagree with certain people, they don't like me anymore? They say I'm hating on Tank and Devin Haney because I feel like Shakur can beat both of them. Even after his bad performance. Of what you guys say a bad performance, I think it was an excellent performance. I think it was an excellent performance if we take in all the excuses. Because if you don't have no excuses for nothing, you shouldn't have any excuses for nothing. I'm pretty sure you niggas do not live a perfect life. I'm pretty sure you fuck up or pick a wrong fight and be like, oh no, see, he would have won if he would have did this, and see, he ain't do this. Yeah, you giving the man excuses because he didn't do certain things that you feel like would have won the fight, but you wasn't in the ring, was you? You wasn't in the ring, so how would you know on what to do? How would you know that the man punches hurt so much that you second guess yourself? You go away from your game plan because it's plan B now. And guess what? If plan B don't work, you gotta have a plan C and a plan D. Now I'm talking to Shakur. Shakur, you gotta work on that, G. When you hurt, you still got to throw power with your right hand. And you got to engage and use your left hand for the block and the defense. You have to get some more toughness, nigga. When you tough, you tough. It's in you. If it ain't in you, keep doing what you doing. Hey, you probably don't notice my comments, but after your Nakatilia fight, I told you. I commented in one of your posts when you was apologizing, doing all that fuck shit. I said, hey, look. I said, man, don't apologize to these motherfuckers. Keep doing the same thing you've been doing. If that's what you got to do to get a win, you got to do what you got to do to come through. You listening to these fake ass niggas on YouTube, man. These niggas don't give a fuck about you. They want to see you get your head took off. Same way niggas want to see Tank get in the ring and get beat up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to see your favorite fighter get in the ring with a motherfucker that you think can whoop him, you is crazy. Because you protecting your fighter. You stunting your fighter's growth. You protecting your fighter like a child. You know how a mother protects her child? Hey yo, I did the strength and conditioning for the 12U football league here in Newnan, Georgia, right? And them boys went to the championship. They lost, but they went to the championship that year. And they wanted me to come back the next year. The next year. Hey yo, these kids are passionate about the sport, but their mothers on the sidelines, when their son get hit, they want to jump on the goddamn field. You gotta be like, no, baby, that's part of the game. She like, no, he hitting her too. He hit my baby too hard. He tried to take his head off. Baby, that's part of the game, baby. You gotta sit down, baby. You can't do that. I don't want my son to play no more. Now you got some soft ass. The boys want to play, but you don't want them to get hit. You don't want them to get dirty. You don't want your favorite fighters to get dirty. I want Shakur to get dirty. When all you niggas before the fight was talking about De Los Santos was gonna knock Shakur Stevenson out, I was like, how? I told y'all I picked Shakur Stevenson to knock or stop De Los Santos out in the 7th round. I say if it go past 7, that means we got a real dog on our hands. I had no idea about an injury. I had no idea about nothing. All I know is the man wouldn't get touched for nothing. And if you have an injury and you still not getting touched, and the man that you are fighting is a known knockout artist and a skilled, slick fighter, and he can't touch you, hashtag MC Hammer can't touch this. Man, that's elite. So yes, when he walked out with Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, and Terrence Crawford, he walked out with greats. I truly believe Shakur Stevenson will retire undefeated because you can't hit him. And because of that is the reason that said boxers are giving the excuse on why they will not fight Shakur Stevenson. It's an excuse. Everybody wants to admit that people have bad fights sometimes, but not Shakur. When it's Tyson Fury, oh, he just had a bad fight. When it was Sugar Ray Leonard, oh, he just had a bad fight. Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, bad fights. Ryo, bad fight, underestimated the man. Mike Tyson, it was just a bad fight. He's still great. Shakur Stevenson, oh, he's trash. He's not a pay-per-view attraction. But we want to believe Tank's hand was hurt. Yes, hand was hurt. And he still threw punches and still made it an exciting fight because he's a knockout artist. And he has different toughness than that proves can beat Edwin De Los Santos. Now those two boxers there, that'll be a great fight because the styles, the rhythms, they don't match. Perfect for a great fight. Perfect for Edwin De Los Santos. There's no rhythm with Pitbull, Chihuahua Cruz. He's Captain Hook. All he's gonna do is come in there and try to swing some fucking hooks. He's not gonna throw a jab. He doesn't have no reach to throw no jabs against no Edwin De Los Santos. He has the reach to throw a jab against Gervonta Tank Davis, but not no Edwin De Los Santos. He doesn't have the footwork and the rhythm that Edwin De Los Santos has. Well, Shakur can match that rhythm on an elite level. How would you like to be on the other end of that fight so mad that you can't hit this man, and you saying he running, and now everybody saying, well, you should have cut the ring off, and you couldn't cut the ring off on the handicapped man. So if I'm hurt and you are definitely taking the sides of boxers that you choose and see fit to be worthy of excuses. Like, I really truly believe that Deontay Wilder had a valid excuse on why he lost those 2 fights. And I ain't got to say it. Y'all know why he lost. It wasn't because nothing about no boxing. It had something to do with evil, trickeration, cheating. Your past catches up with you. The drugs that you took when you were younger are still in your DNA. Especially if it was anabolic and it made you stronger, you're still benefiting from that strength. Those gloves, they wiggle. We see your knuckles, sir. Excuses. No, Deontay Wilder, don't you make no excuses. Yeah, Tyson Fury just beat you up. Cool. That's half-part photo. Man, I just don't know about, not giving excuses when, if I'm driving right now, I'm not going fast, but if I was going the same speed Errol Spence and you see his car coming up and I just crash head first and I died. But man, I lost my teeth, a lot of brain, I'm to my blood everywhere. Went through the windshield, you understand me, Dover? And I survived and I come back and I box. Am I the same man? No, I am not. Well, he fought Danny Garcia and he fought Ugas. Come on, man. Human brain morphs over time. The more sugar you ingest in your system, the more your brain will morph as you get older. The more alcohol you ingest in your system, the more your brain will morph for the bad, not the good. The more you take blows to your head, your brain will morph. The greater the more of the morph. It's called CTE, brain damage, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have it, don't even know they have it. If you went through any kind of trauma to the head, your head is not meant to get hit. That's why you have a skull. The skull is meant to protect the brain. The brain is not meant to take trauma. When the brain takes trauma, it automatically starts the process of morphing your brain into something that will hurt it in the long run. Memory loss, all kinds of things, dementia, Alzheimer's, anything that you can think of. Rage, depression, suicide thoughts. It's a lot of good brothers that took their lives because of CTE. It's a lot of God bless the dead. Junior Seau donated his brain. I'm pretty sure some other people did. This is some serious shit. When you want to see your favorite fighter back in the ring after knowing these type of facts, you 2023 Google heads already know this though. And especially you boxing fans, you so-called boxing experts. I really don't like you guys because you guys turned the boxing game into a personal vendetta. Anytime someone says something on you guys' channel, you want to be mad and delete them and block them from getting the channel. Like certain guys that have these big YouTube channels have connections with boxers because, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. These guys are not genuine because look how they treat their followers. If I have a difference of opinion with my mother, does she block me? No. We have to talk about it, debate about it. We ain't gonna always agree. But I gotta be close to you so you don't block me. I thought this, like, you don't know nobody, so nobody really knows nobody on this YouTube shit, man. You might meet some people, get out, but you really ain't grew up with these motherfuckers like that. Unless you grew up with a motherfucker, man, you don't really know these people. You just met these people, man, years ago, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. They never went to high school with you, junior high, elementary, kindergarten. Come on, man. But you treat your followers, people that tune into your station, because you do have the knowledge, and you do have the people that can give us the hold on, I gotta make sure these motherfuckers don't follow me. Yeah, you do have the access to these big celebrities, and we as fight fans want to interact with these celebrities because we have questions and we have a mouthpiece too. Like some people, get these positions high and mighty, and it's called like a social class thing, man. You get so high up, and you got finer things in life, man. You want to tell everybody else that, yeah, man, these niggas jealous of me. That's the first thing a nigga that has the advantage over any other man and disagrees with them say. Oh, these niggas jealous, man. Ain't nobody really jealous, man. The nigga, you might have some niggas out there that want to be in your position and be like, man, if I had that position, I would do this. But that don't mean it's jealous, that's admiration, like a motivation. Like, I would love to have a big YouTube channel, man. I would never treat my motherfucking people online like that, man, or try to block a motherfucker because he don't agree with me. Like, I understand now, it's 2023, man. These motherfucking youngsters out here call shit cap. So like a motherfucker coming there like, man, part twice, man, you cap. I was like, what the fuck is on cap about? I'm not finna tell a motherfucker, okay, I tell you what, I got $1,000 to your motherfucking $2. All you gotta do is show me 16 things that I said that was cap, and we can do a debate about it. And they were like, God damn, 16? All right, just tell me 3. I'm just playing. 3? God, well, I just can't tell you 1. If you do one thing, cap, nigga. If you flow, you flow. If you do anything flow, you cap, nigga. I ain't gotta tell you 3 things about you being cap, nigga. Yeah, nigga, hold on, let me flip this motherfucking camera. Nigga, if you do thing, nigga, you cap. You ain't gotta do no 3 things, man. If you do one thing, you cap. So if a motherfucker say, yeah, man, you cap, God damn it, I ain't got to get no motherfucking 3 motherfucking examples or nothing. If you gonna block me, block me. That weak ass, that's what my baby mama keep doing. I'm at her house now, man. Finna go in there and talk this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But you block me, nigga. You got me on the block list like a bitch. That's how the bitches do. They want to block niggas. The only time you supposed to block somebody is they harassing you, man. Now, if you got a channel where you niggas think they can harass you, that's probably because you cap. Like, niggas just ain't gonna harass no real nigga, man. Now, you might have some foreigners come on there and talk bad about you if you talk bad about a foreigner. Hey, man, that's just how the game go, man. People is crazy out here in the world, so they gonna say anything out their mouth. How would you feel if you was at the school and your son just beams and shit, and now they done spell your boy and he kicked out of the motherfucking school? He gotta go to the alternative schools now, cause he couldn't control. He ain't like what a motherfucker said about him, and the nigga wouldn't stop fucking with him. But you just gotta tell your children out here that the world is changing. It's like a brain. It's morphing for the bad if you drink the alcohol and ingest the poison that these niggas are telling you. Now, I'm telling you, man, it's excuses for everything that you do in life. You know, you got an excuse for everything, man. You're supposed to use excuses. Some are valid, some are not. Some are valid, some not. You have to recognize truth and you have to stop acting like a child. We are men. We are not boys. We are men. So you have to recognize. And you have to stop the foolishness. As a boy, I did childish things. As a man, I put away those childish things. Now, I can go back and forth and joke it and kick it with a motherfucker, man. But if I ask you a certified civilized question, man, all I want is a yes or no answer. Like, what color is the sky? Oh, it's blue, but you know what I'm saying? Who named this? Who named that's who named it? That's the color blue. How do we get that color and make it blue? Who came up with that word blue? God damn, my nigga, why you going so deep? It's blue. Just say it's blue, bro. You like a woman. You got to be right, even when you're wrong. And that's the problem with a lot of these big YouTube channels, man. They don't want to live up to the motherfucking laws of the land. And excuses are accepted. If you are a drug cheat, man, I feel like you have an unfair advantage over me. And if I lose, man, you should have a star by your name. I feel like if injuries are proven after a fight and it was a lackluster performance, you should be given credit for surviving the fight without getting hit and becoming a defensive master. I feel like if you fly out a motherfucking car at full speed, full of liquor, you understand me, come back, get you some new teethers, get in the ring, beat Danny Garcia, take blows to the head from Danny Garcia, go back and sparring, get hit in the head and sparring, fuck your eye up, you can't even fight Pacquiao now. Heal yourself after Ugas beat the shit out of Pacquiao. You would have murdered him. Triangle theory in full effect. You get in there with Ugas, you drop your mouthpiece, and you start looking for your mouthpiece like y'all sparring. Please. I told y'all in the mid-fight, I say something wrong with that boy. I told y'all something was wrong. Go back to my live. I think it's on Rude Exposure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on Rude Exposure and y'all subscribe to Rude Exposure. You know I'm supposed to be going live on both channels, but I'm outside. But yeah, man, you know, it was excuses, man. He dropped his mouthpiece, want to look for his mouth, got caught again. Trauma to the head that's not meant to be. Then he get in there and you take off all this time because you know the big money fight is who? Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. In the meantime, between time, Terrence Crawford getting him a payday, man, and a tune-up, Avenesian style. Huh? You still chilling on the farm, nigga. Shit, smoking the bud. I don't know what you was doing, nigga. You was an alcoholic. We can't trust no alcoholic. You go to Alcoholics Anonymous, man, you got motherfuckers that ain't drunk alcohol in 30 years, but they have to always admit that I am an alcoholic. You forever an alcoholic, according to AA. So you take all this time off, man. In the meantime, between two, here it go. The only fight in 2023 that was valid and green stamped. All the rest of the fights was poo-puh. All the rest of them fights were fighters that we like to see, but against bums and B-level fighters and YouTube sensations. This fight was blah, trash, because Earl Spence didn't look like himself. And he destroyed my main man, beat the shit out of Earl Spence. So the first thing I'm thinking, just like everybody else, because I'm live, I'm like, man, something wrong with this nigga, man. The nigga did look high. I'm coming up with all kind of excuses. I said, man, fuck that, nigga. I made a video 2 days before the fight saying that the only way Earl Spence was going to lose because of CTE. I got timestamps. I made a couple fights before that, Jerron Ennis. Because I was the only one on YouTube telling y'all that I didn't want Earl Spence to move up to 154 to fight his homeboys. Brother, y'all don't want to talk about that. Yeah, Floyd, you ain't even had to get 50-0, man. You was good at 49-0, my nigga. Because nigga Rocky Marciano fought his own motherfucking brother. That's like, man, I don't want you going up there to fight no motherfucking Charlo, nigga. Fight Jerron Ennis. I made a petition. I was like, y'all need to tell Earl when he beat the shit out of Terrence Crawford to stay at 147 and fight Jerron Boots Ennis, because that's the next up. And I don't know who gonna win that fight. But now, since Earl done got beat up, I still want to see somebody fight Jerron Boots Ennis, because who else other than Jerron Boots Ennis at 147 is worth the motherfucking time of watching? Terrence Crawford, you got to step up to the plate. Fuck all that shit. Hell, ain't trying to fight you, nigga. He got shit on. He at PBC. He got shit on his plate. He got two. He got what? He got 2 more fights. Please, come on, man. Hey, man.